Guys, it is like an absolute therapy session going on right now. It is dramatic in the NFL right now. We got words that we're being used are around the league are disgruntled, unhealthy, not favorable. I mean, there's a bunch of words we can use. Unhealthy, sticky situations, disgruntled, just a bunch of stuff that's just not healthy, quote unquote, between trade situations, between coach and player relationships, between teams breaking out into joint practices and fighting. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a therapy session for you on tap for you today, talking about the training camps, but talking about everything going on around the league. We have that therapy session for you, and it is a Pigskin Frenzy therapy session. So the doctor is now arrived. Dr. Joel Norris is now here, and we're going to sit back and relax and talk about everything, including the training camps between the Colts, Jaguars, and the Patriots. Go through that one quickly. Talk about the latest injuries and updates going on around the league. Going to talk about a couple of new contract situations. We're also going to talk about what's happening with the Brandon Ayuk latest and the trades going on there. We're also going to discuss a big thing, and that is what's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, quarterback for the Eagles, and head coach Nick Sirianni last season in 2023, and what's different about this season. We're going to discuss everything. What's up with Philly? What's up with Brandon Ayuk? What's up with people breaking out into fights? We're going to talk about everything now. And with that being said, welcome to this therapy session known as Pigskin Frenzy on a beautiful Thursday afternoon. Kind of cloudy, but also beautiful day today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Joel Norris. And whether you're watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify, listening on Podbean, or Apple, a big thank you for taking some time out of your Thursday to just sit back, watch, and listen to some NFL coverage and some NFL therapy session coverage by Dr. Joel Norris, presented by me. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like each episode, leave comments down below. Spotify, Podbean, and Apple, all you got to do is just share around with others and follow on there as well. X, Instagram, and Facebook. Just type in Pigskin Frenzy. Follow, like the pages there. You're going to get episode updates. You're going to get news and highlights from across college and NFL football. You're going to get trivia questions on Instagram stories. Go and answer today's NFL question, as well as all things of today for Pigskin Frenzy. Guys, keep up to date with the website, www.pigskinfrenzy.weebly.com. There you will find all things up to date for Pigskin Frenzy. We're going to discuss, home and about me page. You can contact me down below, get to know me more as well. There's also platforms page for all the platforms I just mentioned. Go click on that page and click on which one's your favorite to listen on for this podcast, as well as our affiliations page with the Beard Club. Guys, if you want a great shave, go to the Beard Club. I'm growing a little bit of a stubble right now, as you can tell, but I might use, but if I keep growing that beard out, I'm going to use the Beard Club product. Significant others of your male counterpart's going to listen up to this. You're not going to want to miss out on the great deals that is the Beard Club currently. Beard Club. It is the Beard Club's 9th birthday, by the way. Happy 9th birthday to the Beard Club. And there's a sale going on for the Beard Club. 24 hours only right now. Unlock 29% off with the code birthday. Beard Club's 9th birthday sale. Unlock 9% off with the code birthday. You're going to get a lot of stuff on this sale, on this code. You got beard grooming kits with beard and face wash, a boar bristle brush, a razor, beard oil, beard balm, and more. Loofahs, razors, combs, and more. There's also loofahs. There's also shampoo, 2-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and more at the Beard Club. Just go to my website, www.pigskinfrenzy.weebly.com. There, you will go to the affiliations page, click on that Beard Club logo on that page, and you will go to the Beard Club site. Or go to my link tree. It's on my X bio, my Instagram bio, my Facebook bio, as well as the description of this YouTube video down below. There, click on the link tree. You'll get the Beard Club link. Once you get that link, you'll go to the Beard Club site. It is the Beard Club. It is going to make your facial hair and grooming needs be met. Thank you to our proud partners at the Beard Club. Beard Club 9th birthday sale going on, 29% off with the code birthday. So don't want to miss that with the Beard Club. Also, before we get to some NFL coverage and our therapy session, because we got the doctor's here. Before I put my doctor coat on, we're going to talk about our free giveaway, our second kickoff the season giveaway. This time, college football, SEC, and Mississippi State fans, you're all being called onto this one. You're not going to want to miss it. Just in time for college football giveaway. This giveaway is going to include a free large Mississippi State long sleeve black t-shirt, size large, 2 Pigskin Frenzy stickers, and a shout out on August 20th episode of Pigskin Frenzy. You're not going to want to miss it. The rules are simple. Number 1, follow Pigskin Frenzy on Facebook and Instagram. Number 2, share this post on your Facebook and Instagram story with the hashtag PF Podcast Giveaway, and tag us at Pigskin_Frenzy. Number 3, tag 2 friends in the comments below. It's that simple. And if you already follow on Instagram and Facebook, just do number 2 and 3 of the rules. The additional entries are simple. Subscribe to Pigskin Frenzy on YouTube, follow Pigskin Frenzy on Podbean, and follow at Pigskin_Frenzy on X, also known as Twitter, if you guys are still calling it Twitter. The entries will stop August 18th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and the winner will be announced via Instagram story, Instagram post, and Facebook post on August 19th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hashtag PF Podcast Giveaway. What are you waiting for? Go and enter the free giveaway right now. The giveaway rules and everything's on Facebook and Instagram posts on the Pigskin Frenzy pages on Facebook and Instagram. Go and check those out right now to enter this free kickoff the season giveaway for college football, SEC, and Mississippi State fans. Free giveaways done. Promos are done. Let's talk about some NFL football, guys, and let's talk about what's going on around the league. We got training camp. It's still preseason. We're going to recap the Hall of Fame game also starting out. And let's just kick it off with that. Before I put my lab coat on, before I get my clipboard out, and before I push up these glasses right here, if you're watching me on YouTube, and start writing everything down and jotting all the notes down for therapy, let's talk about the Hall of Fame game really quick. I'm just going to be real. It was a fun-filled night. A Hall of Fame game happened. Canton, Ohio, beautiful weather until the weather was not beautiful. The game ended in the third quarter. Final score was Bears 21, Texans 17. The Bears ended up beating the Texans in the Hall of Fame game due to severe weather stopping the game in the third quarter. The game ended early. Bears win their first preseason game and beat the Texans after the third quarter due to severe weather. Cam Akers showed back up. He dealt with a lot of Achilles injuries. He's back, and he is ready to go for the Houston Texans. A backfield with Joe Mixon and Cam Akers could be quite nice with C.J. Stroud under the helm. That's going to be a good look for the offense for the Houston Texans. And it showed, honestly, in this game showed that the Bears had really good depth, and they have good depth entering this season. It's going to be quite curious to see how they're going to use that depth with Caleb Williams on offense and the receiving core that they got on offense, along with DeAndre Swift and Khalil Herbert in the backfield. How they're going to use that defensive depth in the for the Chicago Bears as well. It's going to be quite interesting to see how everybody uses their second and third strings and third teams coming up during the season. But the Bears won it. They look good. They look good. They moved the ball quite well. The Texans moved the ball quite well as well. Both of these teams could be problems in the regular season, and let's just watch out for both of these teams as we enter the regular season. Other than that, that's all the recap I got of the Hall of Fame game. It sucks that the game did not finish because of the weather, but what are you going to do? You're not. It's going to storm. Lightning's going to happen. You really can't do nothing about it. It's a preseason game. You might as well just end it, right? So, final score of that game was Bears 21, Texans 17. We're not going to predict any more games until September 5th episode of Pigskin Frenzy, and we are excited about that one because you know what's going to happen on September 5th? The opening kickoff of the NFL, and we're excited about that one, aren't we? Chiefs Ravens. That is the game. That is week 1 of NFL football. Yes, Pigskin Frenzy will be covering that game, the opening kickoff in Arrowhead. We're going to discuss that in a few weeks. So, Hall of Fame game recap done. Let's talk about the training camps before we get into everything going on right now. Let's talk about the Patriots training camp first. And let's discuss everything going on. There's still no word on Matthew Judon holding out. I don't have any really updates on that, but we're going to get into a lot that involves Brandon Ayuk here in a little bit with the Patriots because that's a big story right there. So, Patriots looking good. Interesting story coming out of this. I've been hearing a lot of rumors about the quarterback battle, and not really quarterback battle, but quarterback rumors with Drake May and Joe Milton. Drake May, the third overall pick in the NFL draft. Joe Milton was also picked, a Saturday pick. Joe Milton has been outperforming Drake May. Not confirming it. I'm not denying it, not confirming it. I'm just been hearing a lot of talk, and people have been telling me, hey, Joe Milton is giving Drake May everything he's got in training camp. Am I surprised? No, I'm not, because Joe Milton is an absolute gunslinger. He can launch a football like it's somebody's business. I've never seen a ball being launched quite like Joe Milton can throw a football. There's a video where he launched an orange 60 yards down the field, 60 to 70 yards down the field. An orange. That's incredible. That is incredible what he can do throwing a ball, throwing an orange, throwing any kind of fruit down the field. Joe Milton can ball. And it's not surprising that he is balling out at the Patriots training camp. Drake May is still trying to get adjusted to the playbook, still adjusted to the system, and adjusted to everything going on with, in the system. Gerard Mayo, his first ever training camp as head coach of the Patriots, he thinks that everything's going quite well. He thinks that the Patriots can surprise a lot of teams and shock a lot of people this season. We're just going to have to see what the deal is going into this season and going into the season in general. The Patriots, and we're going to talk about the Patriots right now. The Patriots, as I look at here, open up their season against the Cincinnati Bengals on the road. So Joe Burrow is back. They open up against Joe Burrow. Let's see who's going to be starting there. Most likely could be Drake May. We'll have to see. But Gerard Mayo, he thinks his team's fired up, physical. There's no word on Matthew Judon yet, but everything's physical going on right now with this team. So the Patriots, everything's going good with New England currently right now. So that was the recap of the Patriots training camp. Let's talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars training camp. One man that's impressing me at Jaguars training camp, and that is Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas is doing really, really good at the receiving core. Him and Gabe Davis is kind of like the mentor of that receiving group, along with Christian Kirk. But Brian Thomas is going to could make an impact with Trevor Lawrence this season. Lawrence is lighting it up, and he's doing great at warm-ups. Travis Etienne is doing quite well as well. They're looking good. They're looking good on the O-line, too. That's a big, big upgrade, especially for the line. The O-line needs to do a lot more this season and help protect Trevor Lawrence and help protect the run game a lot more, too. The O-line's doing quite well. They're being a little bit physical. Defensive line still being physical. Linebackers need a little bit more work, but I don't doubt that the linebacker core can get there for the Jaguars. Let's see what happens with the Jaguars. It's going to be quite interesting as we enter the season for the AFC South. What's going to happen with the Jacksonville Jaguars? That's really my recap of the Jaguars training camp as we enter the Week 1 season, as we get through preseason here for training camp coverage. Let's talk about. Last but not least, the Indianapolis Colts. And Chris Ballard is excited because Anthony Richardson's back. Full shoulder, full health, fully healthy, ready to rock and roll. He's all contact. He's been cleared. He's throwing the ball quite well. He's moving around quite well. And Anthony Richardson is primed for a breakout season after missing the majority of his rookie season due to that shoulder injury. And if not, they got their insurance policy. They got Joe Flacco there after a great bounce-back season for Joe Flacco with the Cleveland Browns last season. Led him to the playoffs, to be exact. And they got that insurance policy with him. But Anthony Richardson's back. He's ready to go. Jonathan Taylor is also back, warming up, and their offense is looking really good. Liatu Latu doing really, really good things on defense. He's showing out at training camp, and he's impressing a lot of people on defense there. Nothing really to note of that the Colts are looking a little bit more physical than the Jaguars are, in my opinion. I really like what I'm seeing from the camps and from them, and everything going on there physicality-wise. So we'll have to see what's going to happen with the Colts as we continue to go throughout the season. We will be back with more training camp recaps next week, and then the next couple of weeks after, and then we will be done with training camp coverage after the next couple of weeks as we get ready for the season. But that was our training camp recap for the Colts, the Jaguars, and the Patriots. We are done with our training camp coverage. Let's move on to the new injuries and the new contracts that are being signed. One big contract as of note, the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs have signed Harrison Buckner, by the way, to a great contract, and it is the highest paid contract for an NFL kicker. And it is, as I pull up my notes here, as I'm trying to pull up my notes here. There we go. Harrison Buckner to a 4-year, $25.6 million new deal. He is the highest paid kicker in NFL history. Congratulations to Harrison Buckner on getting a great deal. Solid kicker. Him and Justin Tucker are probably the two best kickers in the National Football League. Harrison Buckner deserves this deal, and quite frankly, he's quite automatic when it comes to kicking a football for the Kansas City Chiefs. So when the game's on the line, you can count on Harrison Buckner to get you that 3 points to win the game. So congratulations to Harrison Buckner on getting that new deal, and just getting a new deal and just working hard to get that new deal. Highest paid kicker in the National Football League. No new contracts as of note, surprisingly, for this week. That was really the only big contract that we've really seen. We have new injuries, and it involves the Pittsburgh Steelers, it involves the Niners, it involves the Bengals, it involves a lot of teams. Let's start with the Steelers. Calf strain for Russell Wilson. He is apparently is not that serious. He's looking to come back to practice this week, and if he's not already come back to practice this week, and he has just been dealing with a tight calf strain and everything going on there. So, Russell Wilson dealing with that injury. Hopefully he gets better quickly and everything is going on and good there. 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey will be out for the rest of the preseason. He is going to be ready for week 1, as far as I know. He is dealing with a calf strain as well, but he is going to be sat out for the rest of preseason to deal with this calf strain and just rest off this calf strain. So, he is out for the rest of preseason, but he's going to get ready to go by week 1 of the NFL season. Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua, he is dealing with a knee injury. He is going to be out for the rest of preseason, but he should be ready to go by week 1 and ready to play, fully ready to go by week 1 and ready to play. That's another one right there. Should be ready to go by week 1. Justin Herbert, if you want to talk about Justin Herbert injuries there, he's got a foot injury going on. He's going to be out for the rest of the preseason as well. He will be ready to go by week 1 as well. Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh has said that he is ready to go, and he'll be locked in and ready to go by week 1. 2 big injuries coming out from, right now, and, just being just activated. A lot of injuries are happening. Jets wide receiver Mike Williams is being activated. Hey, he is still recovering from a torn ACL, but he is being activated after tearing his ACL with the Chargers last season. Mike Williams is going to get ready to play for the Jets. Welcome back, Mike Williams. It is good to see him, and great that he is recovered. The Seahawks, there's one signing, and talking about it recovering from a torn ACL. Center Connor Williams used to be for the Miami Dolphins. The Seahawks are signing him to a new deal, and he is with the Seahawks now, and he will be playing with the Seahawks this season. He is recovering from a torn ACL. Welcome back, Connor Williams. There's just a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of injuries, and I'm just going through them really quick, happening just right now. If you want to talk about injuries that are happening currently, Colts wide receiver, we just talked about the Colts, Josh Downs. He has a high ankle sprain, and he will be out for 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks. They'll continue to monitor him as they get ready for the season. He'll, try to be back 4 to 6 weeks and be monitored as he is, coming back trying to come back for the season. He has a high ankle sprain and will be out for 4 to 6 weeks, most likely the rest of training camp and pre-season. So he is out. Wish him well for a speedy recovery and hope everything goes well. We're going to pray for Josh Downs. Another one is Titans wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. An update on him, knee injury there for him. He will be out for 4 to 6 weeks. Hopefully he will be recovered. No surgery needed for him. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery and he will be back by the time the season starts. We will pray for him and wish him well for a speedy recovery. Big news out of Atlanta. Rondale Moore, big time injury there. It's not looking good. Air cast yesterday. As of now, we don't know the full extent of the injuries, but he was transported to a hospital with a right leg injury, carted off training camp. Rondale Moore hurt. We pray that everything's okay, and we pray that he gets better and nothing's too serious for the season. Rondale Moore is injured. We will have more updates on him as we get them and get developed and more news as we get from him. So a lot of injuries happening in training camp. Cam Sample, defensive end for the Cincinnati Bengals. He is out for the season with a torn Achilles. He will not play this season. We pray for him and wish him well for a speedy recovery as well. Tough breaks for these players. We wish everybody well on these injury reports, and we wish everybody well and hope everybody comes back healthy and strong and ready to play some football. So injuries there, a lot of stuff going on with injuries for training camp. There's a lot of stuff happening in the National Football League when it comes to injuries. I probably missed out on a lot of injuries, a lot of stuff happening, in training camp, but injuries, man, it really does bug you a little bit, right? It really does bug you that a lot of them are going through all this, and it hurts. It hurts because it's just the start of the season, and it's about to be the start of the season. And this is my problem with lengthening the season and making it even more. If they do decide to do that, I would cut training camp days, or I would cut preseason weeks, and that's just my thought process on everything. And as the season, as if you want to lengthen the season, so that's my updates on all the injuries, the new contracts, even though it was one contract signing, and the new deals. So injuries and deals. Let's talk about two big things as we put our lab coats on and get our therapy session started. So lab coat. If you're watching me on YouTube, lab coats on, therapy session has begun. Got my pen. If you don't hear the clicker, you hear it on the audio now and on YouTube. But let's talk about the Brandon Ayuk situation, and we'll conclude everything with the Eagles situation. Let's talk about Brandon Ayuk. The latest on Brandon Ayuk. There was no trade in place. No trade in place. And then Wednesday rolled around, and there was a bunch of trades in place, a bunch of stuff coming up. And it was crazy. No trade in place to trade 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk until there was. Brandon Ayuk has a say on on where he wants to be traded to. And that is the latest news that came out. He has a say, and 3 teams were interested automatically. The Patriots, the Browns, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, all interested right after there was no trade in place. The Steelers were in, the Browns were in, they were ready to offer him. The Patriots, and this is the big headliner here, the Patriots had a deal in place, had a large deal in place to get and to trade for Brandon Ayuk. That deal was agreed to. The Niners and the Patriots both agreed to for Brandon Ayuk to go to the Patriots. He was going to become a Patriot until and also the Patriots had a large contract offer for Brandon Ayuk to sign to make him a top 5 paid wide receiver in the NFL until Brandon Ayuk saw who the team was. He has no interest in playing for the New England Patriots. So Brandon Ayuk is still a 49er. The deal fell through, and the Patriots are now out of the trade talks with Brandon Ayuk. As of now, they are not trading for Brandon Ayuk. The New England Patriots are focused on their young wide receiver corps that they got now. the Patriots are out of the trade talks with Brandon Ayuk. The talks right now are the Steelers and the Browns for Brandon Ayuk. So if you're a fantasy man with Brandon Ayuk, you're looking at the Cleveland Browns and you're like, okay, he's got Elijah Moore, he's got Amari Cooper, he's got Jerry Jeudy now. Then you add Brandon Ayuk, and then the Browns can have a deep roster full of wide receivers, unless they trade Amari Cooper to the 49ers, and then they exchange picks, receivers for Cooper and Ayuk. But the Browns, with that quarterback, could be a solid choice for fantasy owners, could be a solid choice for Browns fans if you are excited about it. You get the Steelers as well. You get to play with George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth. You got Justin Fields and or Russell Wilson taking snaps for the Steelers, and you could be a deep problem and a good threat and a good target for one of those two quarterbacks in the Steel City. So two good options there for Brandon Ayuk if he decides to go that route, if he's interested in those two teams. One can only know, but my thought process on everything with Brandon Ayuk, and that's the latest on Brandon Ayuk, but my thought process on it is he is definitely interested in a particular team. I know that because if the Patriots had an offer for him and he turned it down, it's showing you something. It's showing you that either A, he really wants a new deal with the 49ers. That's one. And a big-time deal at that. But two, he wants a particular team. He wants a particular team that is primed and ready to win. Nothing against the New England Patriots, but they have a mountain to climb again to get back to being the New England Patriots and being in prominence. The Steelers are already ahead of them, and the Browns are already ahead of the Patriots right now. So he wants a particular team. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what goes down with Brandon Ayuk. If there's any more, talk about it and latest on it, we will discuss it. But I just hate the deterioration of the relationship between the Niners and Brandon Ayuk. To me, things seemed like they were going so good, and this is my therapy session right now. Things were going so good. What went wrong? I mean, really, what went wrong with Brandon Ayuk and the 49ers? I don't know that. I don't know for sure what went wrong, but I'm going to tell you this. It could have been a lot better between, if you would have just given him a new deal, things could be a lot better. And if we would all could have been fair with each other, things would have been a lot better. And the medicine and the diagnosis that I could give for this thing right here going on between Brandon Ayuk and the 49ers is this. Just give him a new deal. That's the diagnosis. Just give him a new deal and or give him what he wants and let him go to a team that will give him that new deal. That's the best diagnosis that I can give for Brandon Ayuk and the 49ers. That's my latest update. That's the latest update on Brandon Ayuk and the 49ers. If there's more updates, we will for sure talk about it on this podcast, and we will tweet about it on X as we get more on that situation. Now, to conclude today's episode of Pigskin Frenzy, a deeper therapy session. What's up with the Philadelphia Eagles? Reports have come in. This was a couple of weeks ago too, but new reports come in during the season, and we're going to talk about this right now. Let's talk about it for Bleacher Report, and let's talk about let's just talk about it from Bleacher Report. This is from Bleacher Report, what I read it from, and let's just talk about it and just discuss it. The relationship between Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. New reports have said that there has been a deterioration between the relationship between Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni. It was a deteriorating, an unhealthy relationship for the 2023 season. Unhealthy, fractured. Those are the words that I talked about at the beginning of the episode, and that are happening. That are happened during the 2023 season with the Eagles. The Eagles started the season 10-1. They were the best team coming out of that Super Bowl 57. Runner up, loss or whatever. Started the season 10-1. and ended up just, losing their last 5 of their final 6 games, going to the playoffs against the Bucs and absolutely getting torched by the Buccaneers on the road. And they were crushed 32-9 in that game. And just what went wrong? Well, let me tell you what went wrong in the 2023 season. Play calling was definitely one of them. Play calling was bad on both sides of the ball. Secondary was non-existent. Tackling was non-existent. This was a completely different Eagles team in the second half of the NFL season. Definitely not the team that we saw make it to the Super Bowl 57. That's for sure. They won enough games to go to the playoffs, but they lost the last 5 or 6 of their games due to bad play calling on both sides of the ball. And it was not good. Both coordinators were let go. We have new DC. We have a new OC, one of them being Kellen Moore for the OC. As the OC, they hired Kellen Moore as the OC for the Eagles. Good decision there. Defense was a big part of their collapse entering the 2024 season, or entering the 2023 season. If we look at their staff, we look at their Vic Fangino from the Dolphins. He is now part of the Eagles staff. He is their defensive coordinator. Kellen Moore is their OC. Hiring new coordinators was a good start to fixing everything, but last season was just rough, just a collapse. Jalen Hurts, play calling wasn't there, communication was not there. Nick Sirianni thought everything was fine. Jalen Hurts knew that everything was not fine. Just a big collapse, big miscommunication, and it was unhealthy relationship between the two. That is what went wrong in 2023. How can it be fixed? What's the diagnosis that I could give them and my thoughts on everything on how it can be fixed? One, make sure you have the right play callers. Kellen Moore could be the right play caller for Jalen Hurts and the team. Number 2, let's not collapse. You have two prime play callers on both sides of the ball, on offense and defense now. This is on Nick Sirianni. This is Nick Sirianni to fight his way back into the good graces of Jalen Hurts, but also good graces of GM Howie Roseman, good graces of the team and the fan base in general in Philadelphia. This is it right here. The play calling, if you got the staff right, if you got everything right, this could be how this relationship is mended. You got to play football. You cannot collapse. You got to focus on, 1, if you made the right decisions, and 2, winning football games and focusing on the task at hand. They blew up in a lot of games due to play calling. Call the right plays, mix it up, be different, and win those games that way, because they were stagnant. They were the same in a lot of areas, and they did not change when they needed to change. Point blank. That's what you got to do to fix everything and to fix and mend the relationship between the two. Have good communication. If there's something wrong, discuss it. That is what I would diagnose, and that's my therapy session for this, because that's the best thing. Discuss it and be communicative. If there's something wrong, as Nick Sirianni, listen to what your quarterback is telling you. You paid him a certain amount, about $200+ million in a new contract because of this stuff right here. If he sees something wrong, he's football smart. Jalen Hurts knows if there's something going on with the team and going on with the play calling, talk to him. Let him know. Discuss it with him. You can't just ignore everybody, not just on offense, but on defense as well, and ignore everybody and say everything's fine when nothing's fine. Get the right play callers, which he probably did. Let's just see. That 2024 is going to be the judge of that. But listen to your players. You got to listen to your players and listen to everybody. If you don't listen, that's not a good part of communicating. See, I have headphones on. Let me take them off for a second. Ears. Those are ears. I put headphones on my ears. I can listen to myself talk through this microphone. Through this podcast, I can listen to myself. Listen. That's the key thing. You listen to what people are telling you. You listen and you jot down, okay, what can we do better? Because if you see what you're doing wrong, then you can fix it and put plans together to implement those fixes and to be better. We didn't see any of that with the Eagles. They stayed the same, and they weren't going to make it. They were going to crash and burn, and they crashed and burned. That's why the relationship was unhealthy. Hopefully, everything's good, and everything's going to be all right for the 2024 season. We just got to wait and see. But the diagnosis, to me, and that's what's up with Philadelphia right now, is you got to have good communication. And this just goes for Jalen Hurts, too. Communicate your problems, but also do your part to implement those changes. If Nick Sirianni's making the change, Jalen, you need to make the change as well. Play better at football, be a better quarterback, and lead this team if the play calls are right as well. So that's my whole process with the Philadelphia Eagles, and hopefully everything gets fixed going into the 2024 season. I just put a therapy session on. I just pushed up my glasses. The pen was out right down their nose. I just handed everybody their prescriptions, and now they can go on with their days. Therapy session has been concluded. That is it for Pigskin Frenzy for this episode. Guys, a big thank you for taking some time out of your Thursday to just sit back, watch, and listen to some NFL coverage presented by me. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like each episode, leave comments down below, Spotify, Podbean, and Apple. All you have to do is just share around with others and follow on there as well. X, Instagram, and Facebook, just type in Pigskin Frenzy. Follow, like the pages there. You're going to get episode updates. We're going to get news and highlights from across college and NFL football. You're going to get trivia questions on Instagram stories. Go and answer today's NFL question as well as all things of the day for Pigskin Frenzy. Guys, the website, www.pigskinfrenzy.weebly.com. There, you'll find all things of the day for Pigskin Frenzy. Shout out to the Beard Club, our proud partner of Pigskin Frenzy. Go and get the sales and the deals on with beard grooming kits now at the Beard Club. Enter our free giveaway. It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram on our Pigskin Frenzy pages. Go and enter the free giveaway right now. Kick off the season giveaway, second annual for college football fans and SEC fans and Mississippi State fans. We'll be back Tuesday. Man, that was a lot during that therapy session. I'm just going to let you know now. Hopefully, we'll have more therapy sessions. We'll talk about it. We'll just calm down. Everybody needs to relax, calm down. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. This season won't be dramatic. I'm just going to sit there and say that was the biggest exaggeration that I just mentioned. There's going to be some controversy. There's always controversy when it comes to football. Every year. It's just every year, every season. It just seems like something new comes up and something new rolls out. So there's going to be more of this. It's going to happen. This is just the way it works with football. It's just the way it works. Guys, we'll be back Tuesday for another college football edition of Pigskin Frenzy. It's a review episode, by the way, a fun review episode. Kick back, sit back, and relax. I played the college football video game, EA Sports College Football 25. We're going to talk about that and talk about the mechanics of the game, how the game's played, how it operates, the game modes. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to do a review, my take and my thoughts and my review on the college football 25 video game. Fun episode on Tuesday. You're not going to want to miss it. Until Tuesday, I'm Joel Norris signing off. You can call me Dr. Joel if you want. Signing off. We will see you Tuesday for another college football edition of Pigskin Frenzy, that review episode coming up Tuesday. We will also be back next Thursday for another NFL edition. But until Tuesday, Joel Norris signing off. We will see you then. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend. As always, stay the course.